Golf Central on YouTube. Brought to you by the Chrome Soft Golf Ball from Callaway.
Hi there, I'm Todd Lewis at Mountain Ridge Country Club in New Jersey, site of this week's LPGA Tour Cognizant Founders Cup, one of the premier events on the LPGA Tour circuit. As a matter of fact, one of the largest purses as well, outside of the major championships and the CME Group Tour Championship, the largest purse on tour. And look at number 2 in the world, Jin Young Ko, shoots an opening round 63, ties the competitive record here at Mountain Ridge Country Club. Just needed 25 putts on the day, shoots a closing 30 on her back 9 to post that great number. And here's what Jin Young Ko had to say after that impressive opening round.
Well, I don't want to think about like a lot of like stage, like what money rank or whatever, or the ranking, whatever. And Nelly's a good player, and I'm always happy to compete with her. And I want to better play than her a little bit, but she's still like hit farther and great putter, so it's gonna be I have to like more focus on my game when I'm playing with Nelly. Yeah, she's a good player.
And Jin Young Ko talking about Nelly Korda, who is number 1 in the world, hasn't played for the last 3 weeks, taking a break, but she comes out and puts up an impressive 67. That is still 4 back of JYK, but still a nice way to get back into the rhythm of playing competitive golf once again. Our Amy Rogers caught up with Korda after she signed for that 67.
Here alongside the world number 1, Nelly Korda, firing a 67 in her first start in more than a month. How would you describe the round today?
It was good. Drained some long ones, hit some close shots, but other than that, I think it was pretty solid. Obviously, you're not going to play perfect all the time. Made a little bit of an oopsie on one of the holes, but you're going to do that. So overall, I think I played pretty solid today.
You said earlier this week you felt like this course favored longer hitters. How were you able to take advantage of that today?
I honestly had a lot of shorter clubs in. I think majority of my shots into the front 9 were pitching wedges. So I was really working on that pitching wedge on the front 9. But yeah, you know, when you get to hit a pitching wedge into most greens, it makes it a little easier to stuff it close.
We're seeing the sunshine here this week for the first time. A big departure from how it was the first 2 days here as you guys were preparing. How would you describe the conditions today?
Yeah, I did not dress for it to be sunny and warm. I actually have like a fleece-lined shirt and fleece-lined pants on. I'm like, okay, it's going to be cold. I just came back from Florida. But yeah, it definitely it was chillier this morning and hotter this afternoon, so the ball's going to be flying a little further too.
Thanks so much for the time. Nice playing today.
Thank you.
So low scoring on the LPGA Tour. Will we have low scoring on the PGA Tour Champions? Here's the upcoming schedule for the remainder of the season. This week, the inaugural Constellation Furyk and Friends in North Florida. Jim Furyk hosting. And then those last few events, that's the Charles Schwab Cup playoffs, looking for the Charles Schwab Cup Championship in November. For a preview of this week's event, we say hello to Whit and Lanny, who will be on the call.
Well, Todd, it may be a first-year event on the PGA Tour Champions, but you would never know it looking at the field that's lined up here at Timuquana Country Club in Jacksonville. 9 members of the World Golf Hall of Fame, 67 of the top 72 in the current Schwab Cup standings. This kind of has a major championship feel to it just on the strength of the field alone.
Well, and looking at some of the players here, Phil Mickelson, Fred Couples, Steve Stricker, a lot of that, in fact, probably almost all of that, Whit, is because of Jim Furyk hosting this event. I get the feel that Jim Furyk's going to have a lot of reciprocal days to do down the road.
Both Ryder Cup captains are here this week in the field, both Podrick Harrington and Steve Stricker. Harrington making his debut. We'll get to that in a second. For Furyk, he is following up in the footsteps of Jack Nicklaus, Arnold Palmer, players that have hosted tournaments in the past. Furyk now talking about what it's like to host his own golf tournament.
This has been over 3 years in the making, so it felt like this week would never get here, and then the last few months have kind of flown by. I've been traveling a lot of preparation work from Tabitha and our team, and they've done a great job. So, real excited about the week, and each and every day is kind of a new experience. To be here at Timuquana, great golf course. The guys so far everything I've heard is extremely positive, and there's not much not to like. I mean, beautiful view of the city from here, and got some big days coming up. So do some anti-rain dances or whatever it's going to take to try to hold off some of the major weather, and you know, if that's the case, we'll get a bunch of folks in here to watch the tournament.
One of the guys from Constellation, Mayo Shattuck, who's really a nice guy and got involved in this tournament for some time, and basically because of Jim Furyk, because what a quality guy he is. And he and Tabitha have done an amazing job of getting a new tournament and making it unique and making it special, and it's fun for me to be a part of it and support them. I love Donald Ross golf courses. I think they're terrific, and this one's no different. To have a Donald Ross course here in the Jacksonville area is pretty special, I think, and they've done a good job, this club has, of keeping it in great shape and showcasing his talents as a designer.
And Phil knows of what he speaks. It's actually not very common at all to find a Donald Ross designed golf course anywhere in the state of Florida. Only a handful. He didn't come this far south much in his career. In general, what does a Donald Ross course present?
Well, the first thing it presents is wonderful green complexes, and you need a lot of imagination to play around these. I'm sure that's why Phil Mickelson likes them, because nobody has more imagination around the greens than Phil does. You're also going to have a great variety of holes. You're going to have short holes, outstanding long holes, probably interesting par threes, good variety. That's the one thing Donald Ross always built into it. His courses have hosted a number of major championships all around the country, even a Walker Cup this year at Seminole. So they're outstanding venues, and there's probably nobody who's played the game for a long time that isn't a fan of Donald Ross.
Now, you heard Mickelson speak a second ago. He and the tournament host, Jim Furyk, both had immediate success on the PGA Tour Champions after turning 50. And we do have a rookie here. It is another major champion on that list, and that is Podrick Harrington, who talked about what it's like to be a PGA Tour Champions rookie.
Being a rookie is always a little bit disconcerting. And even here, I'm not sure what's happening in terms of where do I go, what do I do, how do I get a cart, where do I go for things. So there's the newness of it, but there isn't the intimidation factor that there would be when I was a rookie, say, in 1996. So 1996, some of these guys were out there then, you know, Monty's, your Els, your Retief Goosens, I put them up on a pedestal. You know, how can I play against these guys? These are guys I watch on TV. It's different now. They're friendlier. I can ask them. I can help. They help me out. Hopefully, after a few weeks, they're not helping me out anymore. But at the moment, it's much more. I suppose as you get older, you realise there's room for everybody. I think when you're a young kid, you're a little bit protective, and you think, you know, I know it's all for you, or you know. But when you get older, you realise there's plenty of tournament wins for us all out here. So people are definitely more willing to share at this age.
Harrington is part of what is arguably the deepest field of the entire season on the PGA Tour Champions. How about this for a featured group in the opening round? Phil Mickelson, Jim Furyk, the tournament host, and Harrington.
Well, it's going to be great to see Phil play. He likes to try and overpower these golf courses, and it's going to be, he hadn't played out here in a while. It's going to be interesting to see what he's got.
Pretty much every group out here this week seems like a featured group. Fred Couples, Steve Stricker, and Davis Love III, the grizzled veterans on the PGA Tour Champions, also one of our featured groups for the opening round of the Constellation Furyk and Friends Timuquana Country Club in Jacksonville. Brand new event this week. Bernhard Langer, KJ Choi, a recent winner at the Pure Insurance Championship at Pebble Beach. He is alongside Ernie Els, the all-international group. Langer right now is #1 in the Schwab Cup standings. Els sits 4th. See you here on Friday. For now, Todd, it's back to you.
Whit, thank you. PGA Tour Champions, the LPGA Tour, and the PGA Tour all on Golf Channel this week, so definitely tune in. We'll see you.